How's everybody doing? Thanks for coming to the food show and the agriculture show this year. It's nice to see everybody here. We got a good group of people. That's nice to see. So today we're going to make a Thai-inspired chicken stir-fry. So it's basically pad Thai. Some of you may know what that is. Some of you may not. It's a great dish. What I really like about it is you can control how you want it at the end. It's not. You can make it for your entire family, but everybody can kind of have it their own way. You can add a little more salt, a little more sugar, a little more sweet, whatever you want. So today I'm going to show you what we have here is tamarind paste. You can get this at your Walmart supermarket or some of the other supermarkets. So you want to take 2 ounces of that and put that in with your boiling water and just let that go for about 10 minutes. Let it rest for a couple, and then we'll strain it off. That's going to help give you the base for this sauce. The 3 components that make up this sauce are sweet, salt, and sugar, which some of you know that's the best way to round out a dish. We've got some other things here we're going to use today as well. We're going to put some sriracha in. That's going to help with a little heat. Our salt today is coming from fish sauce. Fish sauce is a great product. You can do a lot with it. It smells pretty funky, but it tastes delicious. And rice noodles as well. You can get this at any of your local supermarkets, anywhere. It's a great product. You can soak it in hot water, finish it in the frying pan, or you can give it a quick boil and throw it in with your stir fries or pasta dishes, whatever you want to do. It's a great thing to use. So today I'm going to show you a little technique that we use to cut up our chicken. It's really going to help your chicken stay moist. And so we're going to start with a boneless, skinless breast, just your average. We're going to butterfly it along the side. Kind of open that up. Can't see that? Hopefully you guys can see that. So that's a butterfly on a chicken breast. If you guys aren't comfortable doing something like that, I mean, you can always just slice it down the center, slice it into strips, whatever works for you. So now we're going to slice it into long strips. And why we're doing this is when we're looking for a really hot pan, when we go to throw everything in, we're going to put our oil in, it's going to smoke, it's going to be really hot, everything's going to sizzle, and we're going to get a real nice golden sear on everything. So your chicken, you want to just cut it in long strips like that. And if you have a cleaver works great. If not, you can use a knife, anything else. So we're just going to start hacking that up. And the key is cut all the way across. Fold. This whole thing? Yeah. I'll do it. That's good. Is that good? I'm good. It's all right. I can work like this. No worries. So anyways, chop, fold half your meat back over to make sure that you're getting the same cuts all the way through. Keep chopping, folding, push it down, keep it flat. Continue to chop. I guess I'm not as tall as the last guy, so we got to do some adjustments here. So we're just going to keep chopping that. It's almost going to be like a ground meat at the end. Can everybody see now? A little bit? We got to do the other side now, okay. So as you guys can see, I'm just folding, chopping. Make sure that you're folding it halfway so you continue to get an even cut the whole way through. Fold half your meat, push it down. There you go. So that's what you're looking for there. It's fine. It's almost like ground meat. How we looking here, boys? Awesome. Everybody good? Everybody can see? That's better? Okay. Sorry, I shouldn't have started until I checked with everyone. All right, so we got our meat done. Our tamarind water's coming. We're going to give that a little stir. So tamarind is a fruit, as some of you may know. And you can actually buy the whole fruit at Walmart. This is a paste, used more so in cooking. But we're just going to continue to let that go, make sure it's all broken up. And your water's going to become really dark, and it's going to start to look like this right here. So that's got really nice flavor to it. It's not the best on its own, but when we mix everything together, that's where it comes in. So today we're using palm sugar as well. I'm not going to show you guys how to do that, but you just want to take, it comes in a puck like that. You want to take about 2 ounces of that, put it in with a 1/4 cup of water, and just boil that till all the sugar's dissolved in through. And then you're going to get a texture that looks like this at the end. It's similar to corn syrup, but not quite as thick, just a little bit less. So that's what you're looking for. And then before we get ready, we're going to mix that together, and these 3 ingredients are going to be the base for our sauce. And your ratios basically go 3 to 2 to 1. So 3 for the tamarind water, that's where you're going to get your fruit, your sour, those kind of notes coming through. So we're going to put 3 in there. And then the sugar water, we're going to go 2 of those. And our fish sauce, that's where our salt's going to come from. And we're just going to go about a 1/2 tablespoon on that, because it packs quite a bit of punch. But it's really a great way to bring out the umami in a dish. Umami is all the senses of your palate, so sweet, salty, savory, all that. So now we got that ready, our chicken's ready, our tamarind water's almost done. We're gonna crack our pan on now, and we're gonna get that just smoking hot. You wanna use copious amounts of canola oil. Not copious, but peanut oil also works as well. Peanut's a good one. You want something that's gonna hold the high heat, is what you want, and not burn in the meantime. So you want a good coating in your pan, make sure the sides are coated. Might even go a little bit more than that. And as we do this dish, we're going to place things in certain spots because we want to get a nice sear on everything. So we're going to place our egg here, our tofu here, our chicken here, and then our vegetables, and then we're going to toss everything together. That way we can also control the cooking as well, so things don't get overcooked and undercooked and all that. Also, if you want to add a little sriracha to your sauce for a little heat, that's also a good idea as well. You don't have to. Some people like sriracha, some don't. I'm not a huge fan, but sometimes if you're looking for just a little warmth in a dish, it's a good way to get it without burning your lips off. So as you can see now, our tamarind water is starting to get nice and dark. It's going to start to take on that flavor and bring the sourness out in this dish. And like I said, once this is done, another couple minutes, you want to make sure you strain that. Let it sit for a couple minutes first, then strain that, and away you go. So we're just going to take that off for now. I'll get that out of the way so you guys can see a little better. So we're going to start our pad thai. Once you have everything prepped, it's a really quick dish. I mean, you can have supper ready in about 5 minutes, so who doesn't like that, really? Nobody wants to spend all day cooking. And like I said in the beginning too, what's really good about it is you can control how you want it. So at the end, you can add some chili if you want a little more heat. You can add a little more sriracha sauce. If you want it to be a little more salty, you can add a little more fish sauce. And we're also going to finish that off with lime and peanuts. The lime's just going to help bring some acidity out in it, round it out a little better. And the peanuts are kind of for crunch, give you some texture. And we've got some beautiful Newfoundland veg here that we're going to use. So our vegetables, we've soaked that. Well, we rubbed it with salt, let it sit for about 10-15 minutes just to kind of draw some of the moisture out, give it some texture. kind of transform it a little bit from what it was. Same with the cabbage as well. We've done the same. And then make sure that you rinse the salt off, pat them dry, and away you go. So you can see our pan's nice and ripping hot now. We're going to crack our egg right in one of the corners there. We're going to let that go. So you can see the egg's going to brown up a little bit. That's okay, that's what you want. Careful for spatter. So we're going to let that go. Now we're going to put our chicken right in there. And you can see, like I said, we're kind of using every square inch of that pan that we have. You want to get a nice surface area sear on everything. It's okay if your egg gets a little brown. Spread that chicken out. Make sure you get a nice golden sear on that. Bring all our other ingredients over. Okay, we're going to flip that egg now and start to break that up as well as the chicken. You can see it's all got a nice golden brown sear on it there. That's what you're looking for. And just start to break that up a little bit. Okay, now we're going to toss in our veg. Give that a little toss. We're going to add our sauce right in. And then our rice noodles we soaked those in warm water for about 10-15 minutes, drained the water off, and just like that. So as I showed you guys before, that's what they look like in the beginning. This is them now. Beautiful product to work with. So we're going to put a nice handful in there. We're just going to kind of let that sit for a second, let everything on the bottom sear again. As well, when I put that chicken and egg in there, that tofu should have been searing as well, but we're going to keep that on the hush maybe. So we got everything in there. We've got a nice sear on pretty well everything. We're going to toss it all together. So you can see that's looking pretty good there. So that's perfect right there. We're going to kill the heat on that. We're going to finish that with some green onions and a little bit of crushed chilies, just to bring out a little more heat in that. And some nice fresh lime. And some peanuts. So really, you're getting a little bit of everything in this dish. You're going to get crunch, you're going to get sweet, you're going to get salty. It's one of my favorite dishes, like I said before. So we've got some samples coming out here now, I think, and I'm done this one. So if you guys want to come up and have a try, you are more than welcome to. If anybody has any questions or wants to know anything about any of the products that we used, raise your hand or come see me or whatever works for you guys. So everybody ready for some samples?